the Zro versus Odin Logi. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. Da3mon versus Jati. I don't know what Classic Tetris Biweekly is, but we're doing a match, so let's get it counted down. Best of 5, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It's two Odin Logi 06, like 06. There you go. Odin Logi knows. All right, so again, I don't really know the rules. I don't know how Classic Tetris Biweekly works, but apparently they need to get a match done, and I am a restreamer, and I am here doing it. So yeah, we're playing Classic Tetris Biweekly. After this match, it looks like Zro versus Odin Logi. For those of you old enough, or at least studied enough to know who that is an iconic name in the Classic Tetris scene. Da3mon 27,000, 45,000 Jati. Now Jati is a keyboard roller, very similar to and using the same style and piece movement as Akatu. And we did get confirmation that Jati is rolling on the correct size keys, right? At least for CTM rules, 1U size keys, like your normal traditional letters on the keyboard. Jati rolling on that, just like Akatu does. So Jati must be rolling on his own finger. So you can see, you don't have to show us a finger. We get it. So yeah, Jati rolling on his own finger, just like Akatu does. Which is great. So I'd imagine the 4 taps come in, and then you do that 5th tap with the finger itself, right? And you can probably do 2 taps with that finger itself, maybe, if necessary, like a makeup tap, or if you can only want to do 3, roll 3, 2 with the thing. But it's all coming through the same finger, so it seems legal to me. Da3mon with the Tetris 197, Jati 226. Da3mon gets the Tetris. They're 4 lines apart. Jati ahead by a little, but back in lines. And back in lines. So yeah, it's kind of fun just doing open streams. I haven't done open queue stream in a while. I'm trying to decide if I want to bring back Tetris Deathmatch, proper. But I figured I would just do this kind of ad hoc stream just for funsies. All right, so what's that queue look like? All right, it looks like Da3mon, Jati, Zro versus Odin Logi, Barry Blanket versus Kingsman. I don't know who Barry Blanket is, but I love that name. Tetris Jati 342, 292 for Da3mon. So PBs, yeah, Jati's got a 1.4, Da3mon with a 1.1, at least according to the bot. I don't know if those are updated. Those are all dependent on players keeping them updated. So that's at least the last data that we have in the bot. Jati, Indonesia. Da3mon, the United States of America. Log bar down Da3mon, but he's got a severely messed up kind of left and middle of the board. It's going to be tough. See what he can do to try to bring this down. Oh, yikes. Maybe kind of an early shift there left him double long bar dependence. This is going to be really tough. And that is going to be a top out for Da3mon, 378. Jati already good in game number 1. It goes up 1-0. All right, so Jati, you are good. Okay, you guys increment, right? So it's what, DF? Okay. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2, Jati up 1-0 here in this Classic Tetris bi-weekly match. RXS says the winner of this match plays Fire Docks, and then the winner goes on to play Knight. So I guess there's some sort of flat bracket or ladder situation or something. Or either that or those other matches have been decided already. I'm not sure how that's works, but how do you get more information about Classic Tetris bi-weekly? Metro Ducky, thanks for the follow. By the way, if you like these kind of impromptu open queue streams, you can vote for them by supporting the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you got super chats and stickers, channel memberships, gift channel memberships. Over on Twitch, you got bits, you got subs, you got gift subs, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming sub. And, you know, supporting the channel during one of these events or whatever event, that's kind of a little signal that, oh, people like this and we should do it more or not, you know? It's a 40-player double elimination tournament. Oh, I should probably get the Streamlab alerts and match Streamlab alerts on there. Would be good, actually. Let me at least get those on here. All right, so now we're getting Streamlab alerts. 40-player double elim. I was kind of, you know, we're implementing some rule changes and updates to the rules and clarifications of the rules for January. And I started thinking about formats, and I was starting to think, what if we did the community tiers as double elim, but like 8-player double elimination? Would that be stupid? I don't know. 175 for Jati, 133 for Da3mon. I don't know. I haven't thought through all the implications of that, especially of getting these matches done on time, but it should be the same numbers of matches, essentially, as a 15-player tournament, so it shouldn't be, in theory, that much more difficult, but I don't know. I was thinking about ways to just get people more matches, you know, instead of just like one. Oh, no. Da3mon cannot count to 4 with that, what I think was supposed to be a Vitz setup. Or maybe it was just a misflip. Not sure. Either way, it's not going to work for anything, so he's going to have to plug it up and get to work clearing it all away. 292 for Jati, 188 for Da3mon. The idea was maybe making the community rounds, instead of 16 players, making them 8-player double elims. So you'd be guaranteed at least 2 matches. And there'd be a lot more, you know, there'd be a lot more ways to get a community, to get a little win, you know. Oh, Da3mon with the top out at 216. That right side was blocked off. It was high. And just too high to fly. So Da3mon tops out. Jati is good in game number 2. All right, so it's going to be E0. E0. Here, hold on a sec. There we go. Here, people need to know who it is. Okay. Here, I'll put this little thing down here. And then I'll put something else. All right, E04B46. And it's just both players signal ready. They will be ready. All right, looks like both players are ready. It's game number 3. Jati up 2-0. And Da3mon has got to win this one to continue on in the match. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ready? Here. There you go. Now you know who's on the mic. It's your old pal. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, when's Scout going to make this video? When's Scout going to do that? You know, Scout's got his own stuff to deal with, all right? You know, he doesn't have to make videos for y'all. But the one thing I will say that I miss low-key, I wouldn't say the most, but very highly, is new Scout emojis. And they really need to be like an entire thing. Like, there needs to be like a Scout emoji generator that'll generate you a Scout emoji. 42,000 Da3mon, 96,000 for Jati. Like, so I think that's like the next big kind of technical thing that we need in NES Tetris scene is a Scout emoji generator. That would be perfect. $89 Da3mon, 145 Jati. There's a Tetris Da3mon. Well, Jati says there is a special edition of Classic Tetris bi-weekly that has a prize pool and it's bigger and lasts longer. All right, let's see who gets decoyed by this. We prefer doing things our own way. All right, nobody did. No. Usually there's people jumping the gun with the say the line after that song because it's usually the next song, but we're on random right now. Tetris, Jati, and another one. 289, 229 Da3mon. Triple, I think, down the middle for Jati, 298. Da3mon kind of catching up a little. He's back by one Tetris. All right, Jati with some cleanup to do. That left side a little dicey. Now, I don't know, just how good Jati's keyboard rolling is or what they can do, how high they can survive. I know Akatu as a keyboard roller has done some amazing things. Things that I can't really believe are being done on a keyboard within the rules. I believe it, but it's just crazy. All right, so Jati with a little bit of a double flip on the bar. You're back. You got your stream ready. All right, so the next match is going to be a new relatively new kind of person, a prominent person in the scene, Zro, against a returning legendary player, Odin Logi. 418 for Da3mon, 384 for Jati. So Da3mon able to take advantage of some of these misdrops and all that kind of thing on Jati's side. Gets into the lead. You can do a 67 start if you want. If you want to do a 67 start, you can. Tetris Jati 478, 488 Da3mon. Jen, are you really challenging someone to a match, or are you spamming the command? Don't spam the command. Sometimes if too many things happen on that bot, it ends up getting rate limited, or it just ends up disconnecting the bot. So we just try to use it only when, only for its actual intended functions. What's the command for the nearest possible challenge? It's usually the match command, but it does not seem to be working. And some people have told me that it hasn't been working for a while, and it's kind of a known issue. And no, that's going to be a top out for Da3mon. And Jati had recovered the lead by that time. So Jati going to take this one 3 games to none here on, I guess, Classic Tetris bi-weekly. Odin Logi was one of the first people to try rolling. Yeah, that's true. That is true. No problem. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. I like doing these streams. I just, it's kind of... Well, I just... I have other things I have to be doing. The only reason I'm doing this stream is to avoid doing something else. All right, so I guess Jati gonna mulling it out a bit. You're welcome to mulling it out. We do have to move on, so y'all please report that. I'll try to keep that open as much as possible. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a match between Odin Logi and Zrobot. Yeah, you do not have to stop playing. You can keep going. But I'm gonna reset as much of this as I can. I'm gonna run an ad real quick too. We haven't run an ad. Try to monetize this stream, and we gotta make these streams pay for themselves, Okay, so we're gonna bring in on the left side Zro. Yeah, I like to see what Jati's doing as a keyboard roller, It's very interesting. All right, and then we'll get Zro's camera situated. You just put your camera wherever it needs to be. We'll figure out what we need to do on our side. Transform. It's annoying. Yeah, there he is. All right. Just to let you know, the parent of Zro, aka Duke, is present and monitoring and approving all activity, just so you know.